Hey, it's Chase from On the Table Gaming, and we're looking at the 1.5.1 updates to the Night's Watch in the A Song of Ice and Fire miniatures game. Long feared for their critical blow ability coupled with Sundering, the Sworn Brothers are a staple of the Night's Watch. The stalwart warriors have seen their cost increase by 1 point, and with it comes an increase to their attack profile at their first and second ranks, to make them more comfortably at home at the 7-point tier. Ranger Hunters have seen their role in the battlefield, as well as in faction, clarified through the removal of their ability Opportunist. This has been replaced by the Order Quickfire. Unlike the Builder sub-faction theme's more static, defensive approach, the Ranger theme promotes more maneuverability and positioning. The Ranger Hunters will now be difficult for your opponent to pin down. The Builder Crossbowmen are in a strong place, receiving only a slight rewording of their ability, Ready, Aim, Fire, to make it clear that it only triggers from frontal charges. Newcomers to the wall, conscripts help reinforce and fill the gap for the Night's Watch forces. Their ability on initiative has been removed, allowing them now to attach vows, and they have gained the insignificant keyword, no longer granting victory points through combat through victory. Ghost, Jon Snow's legendary direwolf, has had his silent predator ability reworked to no longer ignore defense saves, but he retains the ability to restrict your opponent's opportunity to play tactics cards for the rest of the turn. This is guiding Ghost into a clear support piece role. Furthermore, now with the addition of the uninitiated keyword, Ghost, despite being the good boy he is, can no longer benefit from vows. Night's Watch attachments and NCUs have also undergone some significant updates in the 1.5.1 change. Bowen Marsh has had his points value increased by 1 point, and still he brings incredible value. But now he presents a more deliberate choice during the list building phase. An influential figure in the lore, Mormont, the Old Bear, has had his influence abilities reworked to give specific bonuses to the zones you control. Using his status and reputation to curry favor for the men of the Night's Watch, he can reduce the damage from failing panic tests, strengthen his men's defenses, or protect the unit from being influenced from outside forces. Similarly, his commander version, Mormont the 997th Lord Commander, has been reworked to reflect his role as an inspiring leader of an entire organization. Now he brings his resolute leadership to bear through the Stalwart keyword, helping combat panic in the ranks of his unit, as well as through his ability, Will of the Lord Commander, now allowing his unit to attach 2 vows and to always count as controlling the necessary tactic zones for determining the vow's effects on the unit. Donald Noy, Expert Blacksmith, has seen his ability Bolster Defense, bolstered. He now starts the game with 3 order tokens, which can be used to increase a unit's defense saves and restrict your opponent from expending vulnerable tokens on their attack. Khorne Halfhand saw changes to both his NCU and attachment form. Khorne Halfhand Unwavering Ranger saw his ability reworked, adding Halfhand's Guidance, an influence effect granting +1 movement and +1 attack die to a friendly infantry unit. This will help to ensure Khorne has a role to play throughout the entirety of the game, and he has something to bring to the table, other than simply his ultimate sacrifice. Khorne's attachment form, Grizzled Ranger, has had its points reduced by 1. Although he remains potent as an attachment, as the general cost of the Night's Watch units has increased, his value now also calculates the wider state of the faction as a whole. Although Alistair Thorne, Vindictive Overseer, struck fear into his enemies, it was often at a significant cost to his own men. In 1.5.1, Alistair's ability Insight has been removed, and the ability Vicious has been added, allowing for a more consistent method to deal panic damage. Watch Captains have also had their role refocused. Their cost has been reduced by a point, and their ability And Now My Watch Begins has been removed, replaced with Oath of the Black. This order allows you, for the purpose of resolving vow effects on the unit, to count as controlling a zone on the tactics board, which, when coupled with Unbreakable Vow's ability for you to attach 2 vows to the unit, this will make this a much more desirable unit for Night's Watch commanders. Finally, Scorpion Modification has had its points reduced from 2 to 1, realigning itself to reflect the general cost rebalancing across the entirety of the faction. Those are the changes for the Night's Watch in the 1.5.1 update. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and in the meantime, I hope you get your miniatures on the table.